Thanks, John. Well, Brexit Secretary David Davies has promised that Britain won't suddenly shut the door on EU workers. But many European citizens already here remain worried about their future. The government says it wants all EU nationals living in the UK to retain their current rights after Brexit, but has been accused of using them as bargaining chips. Our Home Affairs correspondent Andy Davies has been speaking to one couple about how it feels to live with such uncertainty.
No, we couldn't wear the flag in the Houses of Parliament. That's not allowed.
But they did outside. Martin Cahn, who's British, and his Polish wife Aga, among others, lobbying Parliament recently, happy at their home in Cambridgeshire to be draped in the European flag, but finding the prospect of it one day being stripped away.
Extremely stressful. Yes, extremely stressful. It's like knock at the door feeling, you know. When is it going to be? What's going to happen?
In particular, what will happen to Aga, one of an estimated 3 million EU citizens currently living in the UK, whose status here post-Brexit remains unresolved.
What is it that you're most worried about?
I'm worried about being split. I mean,
We won't be split. You have to go.
Well, I have to go. I mean, that's true. It's a division. We either have to both all go or stay.
But Martin, most people don't think that's going to happen. It's going to come to that.
Well, I hope it's not going to come to that. But it's a risk.
None of us know what Brexit will look like. And that
It's this very issue which has helped fuel the Brexit debate in the Lords, teeing up perhaps a fight between peers and a government yet to give assurances that EU citizens can stay. Theresa May says she wants that to happen, but only when the same is offered for British citizens in other EU countries. Which is why Aga and others claim they're being treated like bargaining chips.
But the government have made it very clear that they want this to be the first thing on the agenda at the Brexit talks to try and resolve this question. And they want people like you to stay in the country. That's what they've said.
I still trust them that this will happen. I really do. But I don't like the meantime. I would like to know now for sure, and not just in 2 years' time to find out. And you know, 2 years is 2 years of my life with these worries. I would like to be able to breathe and say, done, I'm sorted. Not in 2 years' time, every day worrying, will they keep the promise, will they not, could they not do it now?
Originally, Aga thought she'd be okay, as EU citizens who've lived here for more than 5 years can qualify for permanent residence, and she's been here for nearly 9.
Fairly easy to complete?
No. For example, you have...
But as they were filling out the 85-page permanent resident application form, they were advised by a lawyer that Aga only qualified if she'd had private medical insurance, a requirement for some who might have had a break in earnings, or in Aga's case, who's a part-time teacher, not earned enough.
I don't know how to describe it. It's crazy. I never expected this.
I feel betrayed by my people. Because, you know, they've rejected the person I've chosen as my wife, who I've lived with happily, very happily for 19 years. And they're torturing her. And they're torturing me. And they're torturing my family. And I hate it. I really do feel betrayed.
So much so that Martin, whose father fled Nazi Germany as a Jewish refugee, has now successfully applied for German nationality. Their 2 children qualify too. A toehold still in the EU, as he puts it. But they and their children want to stay in Britain as a family if they can. Either way, like so many others, they'd welcome clarity.
Theresa May says she can't do that until the rights of British citizens in the European Union are sorted.
Of course she can, and then she would make the situation of British people abroad better, because you don't get better situation for your people by treating others with disrespect, you know, lack of security and so on.
The government today said again it wanted to protect the status of EU nationals already living here. For many like Aga and Martin Cahn, however, a statement of intent is simply not enough.
Andy Davies. And it's not just